Hello and welcome to my course on how to make a TableView application with Swift and Xcode. To get started, we're going to open up Xcode and create a new project. We're going to go with a single view application. We'll just call this TableView application. We'll make sure our programming language is set to Swift. Hit Next. We'll go ahead and save this to the desktop. And we're going to dive right into the storyboard. I'm going to go ahead and hide this left side panel and take this full screen for a little more space. And I'm going to go for a table view by searching here at the bottom. Go ahead and drag this over into our view controller. Make that fill the screen for us. And we're going to go ahead here and go reset to suggested constraints. Now I know we're going to need at least one cell, so I'm going to go here and say dynamic prototype set to 1. And we're going to need to be able to reference this, so I'm going to go ahead and name the reuse identifier to cell. And I'm also going to go ahead and connect our table view to the view controller for the delegate and the data source. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to click on the table view. We're going to hold down Control and drag up here to the view controller icon. And we're going to select delegate. And once more, we're going to select data source. Now I'm going to grab our view controller icon and click on the assistant editor so we can see our code here. And I'm going to go ahead and add to the view controller declaration, I'm going to add UITableView delegate and UITableView data source. Alright. Also, we're going to need an outlet from our table view to our class here. So I'm going to hold down Control one more time and just drag from the table view to our code. I'm going to just name mine table view and go ahead and connect that up. Alright. At this point, we're going to need to add some functions to support our table view. And to get started, we're going to add a function for the number of rows in our table view sections. So we're going to say table view, and we're just going to look for number of rows in section. And I'm going to leave that blank for just right now, but we're going to have to come back and fill that out here in a moment. And I'm going to go ahead and hide this inspector panel for just a minute. Alright. Now we need to add another table view function number of sections in table view. And for that we're just going to return 1 because we only need one section. And we need one other function which is going to be our cell. So we're going to say function table view, and we're looking for cell for row at index path. Here we go. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to say return cell, and now we're going to define our cell. We're going to say let cell be a type of UITableView cell, TableView cell, and that's going to be equal to TableView.dequeueReusable cell with identifier. We're going to set that to our reusable identifier that we set earlier. And now we're just going to set up the cell. We're going to say cell.textLabel force unwrap that .text is going to equal, and at this point we actually need some data to load the cell with. So what we're going to do is we're going to create that. We're going to say we're going to create a constant called table data, and we're going to create an array. We're just going to punch a few items in here. We'll say pizza, hot dogs, we'll say chips, let's do cookies for dessert, ice cream and root beer. Okay, so now that we've got our data set up, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our table view number of rows and sections. And we're going to tell it to return table data.count. So that'll tell it to return one row for each item in our table data here. And for text, we're going to also say table data. In this case, we're going to say index path.row. And looks like it's having an issue here, so we're going to go ahead and tell it to, okay, we're going to fix that. We're going to force unwrap that cell, basically tell it we know there will be a cell, and we should be ready to run. So I'm going to go ahead and hit build and run, and there you've got it. If you found this tutorial helpful or would like others, please rate and subscribe. Thank you.